Demand for family-oriented communities in Dubai is experiencing a boom, and this leaves many people questioning how to find a suitable family housing in a city that is known for luxury estates and skyscrapers. This is Anastasia from Experience Realty, your ambassador to the world of the perfect homes and smart real estate investments. And today I'm going to walk you through the questions that each and every family asks before they decide to buy a townhouse or villa in Dubai. Many families have realized the pattern of price increase for townhouses and villas in Dubai since 2021. We can clearly see the trajectory of the price growth if we look back 5 years. For example, 3-bedroom townhouse with a size of roughly 2,100 square feet was selling just under 2 million back in 2019. Between 22 and 23, the price for the same type of unit were already between 2 to 2.5 million. And starting from 2024, the price for the same type of townhouse is already going between 2.3, 2.7, anywhere to 2.8. I anticipate that by the end of this year, there will be very challenging to find any townhouse that fall below 3 million dirham. That's why I feel responsibility to inform our audience about this trend so that you can take an action on it. With Dubai government plan to make Dubai the best city to live in, according to D33 Economic Agenda and Dubai 2040 Master Plan, the largest developer of Dubai, Emaar, is gearing up to deliver not one but 2 phases of the valley, the new addition to the master plans of villas and townhouses. I'd like to highlight that Dubai government understands now that Dubai is becoming a family-centric city, and that's why largest developers are introducing more and more family-oriented communities. So lifestyle in Dubai is becoming more family-centric. And what is the best attribute of the family-centric lifestyle? First of all, it's great connectivity. When we look at Dubai expansion of villas and townhouses community, each and every road that was introduced was a game changer and pushed Dubai development beyond the limits. For example, Sikim and Hassa streets have been important connectors linking the first communities of Mira Oasis and Arabian Ranches, Damak Hills, Tel Al Gaf, and others with the major lifelines like Al Khail Road and Sheikh Zayed Road. Any project that was launched within the last 10 to 15 years along this street as quickly became a hit due to strategic importance. Recently, there was a new road introduced after its massive expansion, Alin Road, which is emerging as a new crucial artery providing seamless travel across the city and most importantly from the valley to downtown, Meydan, and Greek Harbor. All these areas form the urban, touristic, and the business heart of Dubai. Strategically located on this new road, the Valley community was launched initially in November 2019 with its first cluster townhouses Eden. At that time, the prices for 3-bedroom were starting at 1.1 million dirham and 4-bedroom at 1.5 million dirham, which is only 580 dirham per square feet. As of now, this first cluster Eden is ready and welcoming its first residents. These townhouses are reselling at approximately 1,160 dirham per square feet, showing solid 100% value increase from the master plan inception. Rental return of nearly 12%, and the current rate for 3-bedroom, for example, is between 130 to 150,000. These numbers is your benchmark for capital appreciation and rental return in the valley if you choose to invest in this master plan today. Coming back to the sequence of the developments at the valley, between 2020 and 2024, Emaar has introduced other clusters: townhouses Orania, Elora, Nara, Lilia, and Talia, semi-detached villas Rivana and Alana, and standalone villas Farm Gardens 1 and 2. All those townhouses in these phases were sold out, and only few Farm Gardens villas remain available in the current stock. That's why Emaar has decided to introduce an expansion of the valley in the second phase. So why the Valley 1 was so successful? First of all, because it filled out the gap for affordable townhouses and villas within the radius of 30 minutes from downtown. Second of all, because Alin Road offers now phenomenal connectivity. Many residents that used to live before in Hassa and Sikim corridor, now they have an option to move to the valley because of this great connectivity of Alin Road. Let's not forget that the Valley location is in close proximity to two major areas. First of all, it's Silicon Oasis, which is one of the oldest free zones in Dubai. It was established 20 years ago and now represents a community of nearly 90,000 entrepreneurs with 30,000 companies registered. On the other hand, you have an academic city, which is also within close proximity to the Valley. In academic cities, there are now around 27 universities with 28,000 students. Are we adding up the numbers? We have nearly 140,000 people that are studying or conducting business nearby. And this population will have potentially a need to look for the housing nearby. Let's also not forget about the demand from people that are looking to shift from the urban communities like downtown, Business Bay, Dubai Creek Harbor, for example, people that live in Deira, Bourguiba, residents of Sharjah and Al-Ain. All this population would potentially be looking to shift to affordable community by Emaar within close proximity to downtown. So that's why, looking at the strong demand, Emaar has realized the need for expansion and establishing Valley Phase 2. The Valley Phase 2 was introduced in June 2024 with two clusters of townhouses, Villora and Venera. Total number of units were around 950 townhouses, and they were sold out just in 7 days. Imagine, the inventory that's worth around 3.2 billion dirhams sold out in a matter of few days. After the success of the townhouses, the first two clusters, Emaar came up with another phase that is Avina. Avina is a very special product that deserves a separate video on its own. And let me just briefly introduce you to this wonderful hybrid of a townhouse and a standalone villa. Avina is a spacious semi-detached villa with a size of approximately 3,700 square feet. I think this is an amazing upgrade for those who find that the typical size of 4-bedroom within 2,800 square feet is quite compact, and also find it difficult to move the budget for the standalone villa 4-bedroom. So with a size of 3,700 square feet, this beautiful villa offers a number of amazing features that you won't find in a typical townhouse. First of all, I'd like to say that the plot is big enough, approximately 3,200 square feet, to build your own pool, and this is yet to on the side of your backyard to ensure your privacy and peace. Now, also, when we look at the layout, you will be impressed by the double entry foyer. You have a high ceiling. Your living and dining area is quite spacious, within 550 square feet, which gives you a lot of space. And my favorite feature also here, that you have on the upper level a separate room that could be used as a bedroom, as the office, whichever utilization you want to give it to. You have different layers and it gives you space and privacy. So all the family members can gather together in the living and dining and then take a rest or have a work in the upper level, for example. So what I also would like to highlight that in this villa, Emaar introduces you upgrade finishing. So you have a stone on the kitchen countertop. And also what is interesting that your kitchen has a semi-closed layout, which is for some families is in high demand, and also gives you an extra door so that you can exit from the kitchen directly to your backyard. So all this feature makes Avina quite unique and different from any other townhouses that you can see in the market. Avina was introduced with 2 and not 1 cluster, again showing the huge demand for this kind of properties. Why you think the Avina and Valley 2 is actually so successful that we've seen so many sales since the inception of this master plan? We will need to look at the structure of the Valley 2, but there is one more important thing that I would like to highlight before we look at the structure. Any plot of land that is in residential development that is not used for the construction, it represents a great value for developer. For example, when we look at Dubai Hills Estate, in this community we have 2 plots that are dedicated, one for golf course 18-hole championship golf course. And the second one is dedicated to the park. Now, with a golf course, at least developer can generate some revenue with the operation of the golf course. But the parks are entirely free for the residents, making them the most expensive plot of land in any residential communities. For instance, Dubai Hills Park right now is one of the largest parks in any residential community in Dubai. That's why it shows such a great demand among the families. And given that this is one of the most expensive plots, for developer, it's quite challenging to dedicate many plots in each and every community. But in the Valley 2, Emaar has introduced this time the larger park than it was in Valley 1. And this park represents a huge entertainment destination for kids and families with a size of approximately 250,000 square meters. In comparison, park in Dubai Hills Estate has a size of approximately 180,000 square meters. And I can say, as a resident of Dubai Hills for the past 2.5 years, this is one of my favorite amenities to enjoy. Park is excellent and is a magnet for families with kids. But it has one drawback. What it is exactly? Well, it's easy accessible only to residents that are living in the apartments right on the park, while residents from Townhouses, Maples, and Villas Cedras, they have to drive to the park. Is it convenient? Still, yes, it is. But is it ideal? Well, I would say it could be improved because many families, they just want to come walk to the park with the kids without having a hassle of driving and parking. And this is where Valley 2 comes in with improved accessibility to the park. When we look at the master plan, you will see that the park in the Valley 2 is connecting all the clusters together and easily accessible for any residents from any cluster. This park boasts 33 different amenities, offering something new to explore every day for over a month, ensuring that neither you nor your kids ever get bored. Ideally, you want these amenities close by, so you don't have to drive your kids to play areas or sport activities. In Valley 2, they can enjoy playgrounds, run on the grass, feed the ducks, and connect with the nature. The park is spanning 250,000 square meters, equivalent to almost 35 football fields. Imagine having such a large park within walking distance in your own community. For comparison, Valley Phase 1 had excellent amenities too, including multiple sport courts, Kidsdale, Golden Beach, totaling around 100,000 square meters. In Valley 2, the park is 2.5 times larger, bolder, and even better. Both spaces have the same number of units, but with the larger park, you get a lower density, which is I personally consider as a new luxury. Finally, let's talk about the pricing. Current offering at the Valley is around 1,175 dirham per square feet, which is in comparison with other townhouse communities and the villas within 15 to 25 kilometer radius, represents a significant difference. Those neighboring communities are trading between 1,400 to 1,600 dirham per square feet. You can clearly see the difference. To understand current availability at the clusters in the Valley as they are being introduced, please contact me at the number below. This is Anastasia, your ambassador to the world of the perfect homes and smart real estate investments in Dubai. And I look forward to connect with you to help you to make your right choice.